Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Courtside Talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Courtside Talks. It's a very big pleasure to introduce you to the third season of Courtside Talks and the first season that's going to be running in English. Now, I'm not going to be doing this alone, and this is my new studio, actually the Courtside Talks new studio, which is going to be for everybody. And the first co-host, actually the only co-host I have, is my pal, the Doc.
What's up, folks? Stefan,
welcome. Nice to have you on Courtside Talks, and nice to have you on season 1. We're actually going to be doing this together, and we're going to be talking about the Euroleague and the NBA, but European NBA.
Well, you know, I've been watching the Euroleague for quite a long time now. I grew up watching the NBA and Canada. Big fan of Toronto Raptors when they started the franchise in 1995, 1996. Of course, that team had, as you guys know, Mighty Mouse, Dayton Stoudemire, Doug Christie, etc., etc., etc. So, you know, big fan of the game, love the game, played the game. Wasn't a great player, but still a fan.
That's why we're here.
That's why.
Because we weren't great players. But all right, we're going to be talking today about the Euroleague, and the Euroleague is just about to start today. But before you get into anything, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to, obviously, like this video so it gets to as much people as we can get it to get, because that's how the algorithm works today. Yeah.
So for the new fans just tuning in right now, because the Euroleague is kind of a growing venture, especially in North America. More and more people are tuning into Euroleague. Let's break down what the Euroleague is. So the Euroleague is...
All right, so we got the EuroLeague this season, which is a completely new format. Actually, it's the same format for now, but we got 2 new teams. So we got 20 teams in total for this season compared to 18 teams, which were here last year. Now, Alba Berlin decided not to play the EuroLeague this season, so they moved into the Euro Cup, I think. Yes. And we got 3 new teams in, basically, to fill up the quota of 20. We got Dubai, a new team in the EuroLeague, and we got Hapoel Tel Aviv, and we got Valencia back in the EuroLeague. Valencia wasn't in the EuroLeague for the past 2 years, but they're back again, and it's nice to have them with their new arena. I can't wait to see Valencia playing back. It's going to be wonderful.
They are definitely going to make a run for it. They're going to try to do what they can. Hopefully they'll get in deep into the into the season and, not get injured and see where they can push it.
Oh, for sure. And we're going to be talking about that, especially in the newcomers into the EuroLeague. We got a bunch of NBA players, former NBA players, that are back in Europe, and some of them are actually American, some of them are not American, but they went to the States, came back, and so on. And so we're going to be talking about that. But let me get to the start. When we're talking about the clubs and everything, it's very interesting to see that compared to the NBA, as you said, there are no salary caps, there is no trade deadline, there's no nothing. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the trade deadline thing is interesting because a lot of people have been arguing against the trade deadline in the NBA, and some people have been arguing that the trade deadline should stay in the NBA. Now, does it work for the EuroLeague? Yes. I think it's pretty cool that you can just pick up a center midway through season and sort of just push him in the scene and see how he works in the rotation. But does it hurt overall team chemistry? Yeah. Are you investing in an unsure product? Yeah. Or is he going to relate? How's it going to play out? These are all factors which I think the NBA kind of has a little more of an advantage in. Then again, EuroLeague shorter season, shorter games. The games are much quicker. There's less commercial breaks for them.
And we got 8 minutes in total less because the quarters are 10 minutes and not 12. But the thing is, especially what I wanted to talk about is last season you had a couple of teams which got players injured throughout the season, and they just opened up the backpack full of money, and they're like, okay, we need a new center.
We're going to see that from Dubai for sure.
So we need a new center. Let's just go and see what's available and just buy somebody out. And then you get the new center, and that's the problem. Bigger teams or teams with bigger budgets have a significant advantage compared to teams with lesser budgets, compared to, like, for example, Žalgiris which last season didn't even have a budget compared to.
And Lithuania, Lithuania post Soviet Union, and during the Soviet Union, Lithuania did produce some of the greatest basketball talents of all time. For the younger fans that don't know who Sabonis was Nikola Jokic on steroids, if you will.
So we're talking about Dad Sabonis.
Dad Sabonis. Matas is, sometimes you can't live up to the expectations.
You'll get there.
You'll get there, hopefully. But yeah, that's the problem. And, from a Lithuanian fan perspective, if you're a fan of the team, Žalgiris, it's great that they're investing in a lot of the local talent, that they're building up the local guys.
For sure.
Then, you can see where they're going to go with it in the future. But there's a lot of other factors there, too. If you build up the local guys, you get something going, the NBA comes knocking.
Hey, we need this guy.
We need this guy. Did it. All of a sudden, you're starting from scratch again. Which is something that a local team here, Mega, does, actually. Mega actually produces a lot of NBA talent. So
for sure. Mega was produced like 26 NBA players in the past, 10 years.
Right. Yeah. And they're just churning out NBA
factory, man.
And they're all Nicholas.
They're all Nicholas, and they're all amazing. Like, everybody plays good.
Everybody does play good.
Nikola Jokic played. Vasily Minic came to Hapoel this year from the NBA European player that came back to Europe to play. What do you think the motive is? And don't say money, because
No. With Vasily, here's the thing. The NBA doesn't give equal opportunity to players like Vasily Minic, who I think is one of the greatest point guards and playmakers that's ever come out of these corridors. I think he didn't get a fair shake in Charlotte. He went to Phoenix, I think, for a little bit. Was it Phoenix that picked him up?
Yeah, Phoenix. He was in Oklahoma for a bit. Didn't play much.
And actually, he went to Oklahoma, didn't play much. And so it's sad, because when you look at the highlight reel that guy has, he made people look silly on the court, like how good he was. He's got great court vision. He knows how to run certain plays. He can adapt to certain defenses. It's just sad that he could never do it. And I guess that's because they had Lonzo Ball. They had all these guys in Charlotte. Didn't give Vaso really a chance to shine, which is a heartbreak for me, because I've seen him.
Bro, he was the MVP of the Euroleague in Efes. He won.
Remember that shot?
Dear God, he won the title with Efes. That was crazy. But it's nice to have him back in the Euroleague. I can't wait to see him play. He's going to be playing for Maccabi. He's going to be playing for Hapoel Tel Aviv this season, and Hapoel is, in fact, going to be playing in Bulgaria.
That's right.
So
there's Sofia.
It's not far away.
There's Sofia, Hapoel, right?
Hapoel, Sofia, and Maccabi from Belgrade.
Maccabi from Belgrade. Yeah,
that's how it works.
That's right. Wow. So Belgrade has 3 teams.
Yeah, like they did last year. Maccabi has been in Belgrade for I think this is the 3rd season in Belgrade.
That's right. And they've
they've adapted really well. They've got fans coming in. It's working.
And we're picking up the players. I see Zvezda signing guys, Partizan signing guys.
Let's get to that. Let's get to the clubs. Let's see what's going on. So let's start with Zvezda and Partizan, since you mentioned them. The Belgrade rivals, and obviously we're from Serbia, so that's the most interesting for us too. Right. Let's start off with Crvena Zvezda. And Crvena Zvezda, compared to last season, has changed a bit. All the Serbian players.
But sorry to cut you off. But they all left. But Isaiah Cannon.
We're filming this on the day of the EuroLeague start. Isaiah Cannon is not in the roster. He's going to be out for quite a while. Also, you guys can look at injury reports. They have them online for each and every team, and you can see before each and every round who's going to be playing, who's going to not be playing, and obviously what the injuries are and if they're serious or not. So if you guys play fantasy EuroLeague, then obviously that's very important for you guys. But then again, that's something you...
Yeah, so he suffered injury blow just before the start of the season, suffered an ACL injury. Further diagnostics will be done in the queue. So
I said they still didn't say what it is, but
but
I saw him walking after the VTB Cup. He was walking.
You still walk on an ACL.
Yeah,
but you just can't.
Would you?
But would you? Yeah, you would.
With a torn ACL, would you walk?
Could you walk?
Risk?
Yeah, you could walk. It's not that, if it didn't swell up to the point where you could walk. I mean, I'm sure he might have sprained it. If he sprained it, then
That's a breaking month.
yeah. But I would still listen. He's an investment. They spent a lot of money on him.
That's true.
If I'm Crvena Zvezda, I want to get the most bang for my buck, as you do with anything. So now you want to look and see what you're going to do with him. You're going to hold him off. You're going to hear what the trainers have to say. You're going to hear what the health, and most importantly, you're going to have to hear what he has to say. How does he feel?
That's true.
So, but is he going to be missed? Absolutely. Isaiah Ken was a fantastic player. Again, if you don't know who he is, played in Philadelphia 76ers. Didn't quite make it further into the NBA, but he was
good in Olympiacos before.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Olympiacos before Zvezda. If you're an NBA fan, you know who he is. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but we're gonna see where he goes. I hope it's not a serious injury. I hope he gets back, but it depends how he feels again. How does he feel? So
we'll see. Also, they got Tyson Carter. They put in Tyson Carter on the point. No, he's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard. They're gonna
probably run a point guard. He's a combo actually. He's like a point guard, shooting guard. Yeah. They got Devontae Graham from the NBA. That's amazing.
See, these guys are North Carolina guys, so North Carolina is where Michael Jordan played, and where he's from. So North Carolina has a connection. North Carolina's got the basketball. As a kid growing up, we all knew all the jumpers were from North Carolina. So, I mean, he's not a jumper, but he's a great point guard. He's from Raleigh, so we'll see what he does. He's a great player, but
no, I expect a lot from Graham, especially as Graham. Then we got Nawara, we got Shemi Ojale, and we got Chima Moneke, our boy Chima Moneke, Chim Dog. Chim Dog finally came through to Crvena Zvezda from Baskonia. We talked about it last year. I mean, not on any podcast. We talked about it amongst ourselves. But it was Chim Dog is Chim Dog gonna come to Belgrade and do vlogs and make
he fits in with this city. When you think about him as a character, I think he's the perfect fit for this place. Honestly,
love this place.
I think he'll like it here. I don't think he'll want to
love it, bro. This guy.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of that guy for a long time.
No, and he's an amazing player.
He's focused on his craft. That's what matters. And you know what? I think he fits in well with this coaching staff. Svaropoulos, what he does is he understands the players and he talks to them, and he's more of a he lets the players build up from within. He has a rigid system, but it isn't a system that you have to follow. He kind of lets the guys adapt to the system, and he builds.
Let them play their own game. Yeah,
I think they're gonna be a serious powerhouse. I think if they listen to him, and I think if he lets them kind of play their own game, I think he'd do really well.
We'll see. We had the prep period of September. 6 games in, 3 won, 3 lost. The 2 losses were against Paris. They lost 37. Then
Paris isn't a bad team. I mean, they're probably not going to go far. Like, they might not finish in the top 4, but they're okay. They're a bunch of young guys that they brought together. A lot of the Minnesota Timberwolves organization is behind them. A lot of guys played in Mini. Nadir played for them. He's a young guy, and
Nadir's going to be the main character this year. TJ Shorts went to Panathinaikos.
That's right.
And Nadir Heafy is going to be the main guy on the team. I'm sure of that.
Right. So, I mean, there's a lot of NBA backing because Paris is an NBA project, and we're going to see we're kind of how they develop. And I think they're young. They have a young core, and we'll see where they go from there, and an experienced coaching staff. As you mentioned before,
Tiago. I wanted Tiago to stay for another season. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but it would have been interesting with Tiago, with the San Antonio Spurs mentality. Boy, oh my!
Hey, how deep is that Popovich coaching? How deep is that Popovich? Popovich is like the root, and then the starting, and then just spreads off. He's like this massive oak tree that spreads his roots everywhere. He's literally almost every team in the NBA and the Euro has someone related to Popovich in some way or form. I'm sure you can find someone.
That was amazing. What do you think of Partizan? Partizan didn't bring so many players on. Partizan only brought 4 players. It was 3 until a couple of days ago.
Well, they signed your boy, the Finnish, assassin,
super
Slim
talented, Slim Jesus, Mika Murinen. And what do you expect of Mika Murinen this season? The kid's only 18. Let's keep that in mind. He only played high school basketball, and then he got popular during the Eurobasket.
He's hungry.
Yeah, for sure.
But who's coaching?
Željko.
And how does Željko run the system?
Željko does not use
care.
you.
No. If he gets 2 touches a game, I'd be shocked. He's gonna. I think it's gonna be difficult for him to develop in Željko's system. Again, it's a win-win for him. I mean, he can learn that system. He can take some things out of there, maybe develop a little more in that team role. But Željko's system is rigid. You follow it. He doesn't rely. Željko will play it until he gets the open shot.
That's for sure. Yeah. He won't let you make up your own shit.
Yeah. No. He won't let you make it up, and he won't let you kind of freestyle it. Whereas it's a little different for the Zvezda counterpart. He'll kind of let you kind of freestyle your way into a shot. But I don't think Željko is a rigid system. He likes it a certain way. He likes his players to be developed, and he doesn't adapt his system. The players have to adapt that system. So as a young player coming in,
do you think Željko can tame him?
I mean, I hope I don't run into Željko after this. I think it'll be a big adjustment for him. And I think discipline is something that Željko runs very sternly in Partizan. And I think that's because he's from that old school XU basketball mentality that's kind of ran through that old style. And I think if he breaks him, I think he can do a lot with him, but it's going to take some time. He's a kid.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for one season.
No,
for sure.
No, I hope he does. I really hope the kid succeeds. He blew my mind how much did he hit us up for? Went off. Got like what, 4?
We're not going to talk about that. All right, we got 3 more guys in Partizan. Let's just quickly go through them. Jabari Parker as the main man, the main signing of the summer. Jabari Parker, second pick from the draft. We all know how he played in Milwaukee. We all know how his season and how his career went down with the injuries. Then he got back up. He went to Barcelona, 2 years in Barcelona, averaging 11.5 first season, 13 second season. So the guy's moving up.
13.4,
what do you think?
3.9, 1.5.
What do you think in this season, Partizan? Is he going to fit in Željko's system?
He's a developed player. He knows his role. He doesn't have. He's not a gunslinger. Shooting 42%, as I see here, from 3. He's everything. He's everything Željko wants and needs.
For sure. And how about Osutkovsky?
I think he's going to do really well as well. I think he's also a developed player. I think he's going to take a lot of. I think that because the way that Partizan works is not with the young guy, but
yeah,
I think with the guys that they've signed, they've all been looked into heavily by Željko and everything. I think that whole sort of front office kind of decides what fits best into Željko's system and how they can, because he's like, again, like a Phil Jackson. He wants a finished player, a finished product, so he can run his system through that, and he doesn't adapt it for any.
Yeah,
they all function as one.
Yeah.
Now that's a hindrance, but it's also a plus.
We had that with Dwayne Washington last year.
Right.
He didn't fit into the system. Then he got benched. Then he wasn't there for like 90% of the season. When Željko decided to lay low, lay things down a bit, that's when Dwayne Washington had his chance. The last 10% of the season, that's when Dwayne Washington dominated. And that's when the fans went crazy and like, okay, we got Wash now. Wash works. Let's keep him for next season. And he bought his ticket for next season only just because of the last 10% of the season last year. So hopefully that works for Washington this season. Shake Milton, another enigma into the basketball system. Coming from the LA Lakers, the Salt Bay Lakers, as I like
the
to call them. Yeah, the Salt Bay Lakers.
Salt Bay Lakers.
We got a guy coming from the NBA. He has to adapt into the EuroLeague system, into European basketball. Can he do that? Can Richaun Holmes do that? Can the other guys that came from the NBA adapt to the EuroLeague? Is that a big problem for you?
I think it depends on the coaching. Obviously, it depends on the coaching. It depends on the system. What they're going to be shocked is what they get called in the EuroLeague and what they don't get called. That they don't get called in the NBA. The defense is much more aggressive in the EuroLeague. Guys might not be used to certain things, certain plays. Again, the way that Partizan runs it, they run a very play-orientated system. They'll run plays and plays and plays and plays until they absolutely collapse. They play the weak side. They're a very, very structured organization. So in terms of all these other guys and how they're going to adapt to their other respective teams, I think that if they kind of come in there ready to work with an open mind and not expect to be some of them are not going to be the number one option. Some of them, if they want to fit in as certain types of role players or maybe number 2 or 3 options, again, I think that might be working to benefit them as well. But if the whole thing is accepting the culture, accepting the system, and trying to fit in as best as you can with what you're given, and, hopefully that catapults you to whatever you feel the next level is. Some guys are happy playing in Europe. Some guys have built their entire careers. Some guys are happy playing in China, like Stefan Marbury, another NBA great who made his actual entire career blossom in China. Again, you remember back a few years ago, I was about almost 12, 13 years ago, something like that, when Allen Iverson went to play in Turkey and he couldn't adapt to that system because he wasn't used to that type of tempo. He wasn't used to not being primary. He wasn't used to not dribbling the ball for out of a 24-second shot clock. He's dribbling for about 12, 13, 14 seconds. And a lot of those guys aren't used to that. If they can adapt to the Euro team mentality, I think a lot of those guys can do really, really well because as individuals, hey, they're all fantastic, but it's how you fit in. It's
part of the puzzle. You got to be a part of the puzzle. When we're talking about puzzles, what puzzles me the most is the final 4 teams from last year, which we had Panathinaikos, Olympiacos, Monaco, and Fenerbahce. What do you expect from those 4 teams for this season? Everybody puts them on top of their tier list, on top of the EuroLeague for the end of the regular season. What do you expect from those teams? Panathinaikos got Rashawn Holmes. They got TJ Schwartz. They got a whole squad of NBA players and NBA talents. They are ready. And on the other side, you got Olympiacos with Keenan Evans coming back from a serious injury. Olympiacos is also ready. Monaco brought in Nikola Mirotic. Everybody knows who Nikola Mirotic is. Nikola Mirotic is
Spanish league great. Yep,
for sure. They also got Nemanja from Zvezda, which is going to be a backup to Mike James. He's 33, I think, right now. So,
hey,
but
what's wrong with that?
Shoot. Yo, he can still shoot. And Fenerbahce, the backcourt of Fenerbahce. I want you to tell me what you think on the backcourt of Fenerbahce.
Well, with Fener, I mean, they have Talon Warden Tucker and they have Brandon Boston Jr. who were fantastic additions, and then of course they have that center that they have playing. Mondo Linwood, Bachwood Jr. as well. So they have a lot of juniors. So let's see if they can become seniors. But I mean,
along with Wade Baldwin, yeah, they're going to be amazing. I think they're going to be amazing. They lost Marko Guduric. Guduric went to Olimpia Milano for $3 million a season. There, Milano also made a great team, but Guduric was the one that actually got them the EuroLeague title. Basically alone. Also, Devin Hall was there in the semifinals.
Guduric had a fantastic season. I think that Awoka Giant, unfortunately, did that kind of deflate him as he was going into the Euro Cup championship. So I think, unfortunately for the national team, he didn't have quite a spectacular performance. He's one of my favorite players, and we all have bad days. So he's still one of the best players to come out of our country. So I mean, definitely hats off to him. But it's again,
it is what it is
at this point. So again, with Fener, provided a lot of key guys can stay healthy. The Lithuanian coach.
Šaras is, I think he's an amazing coach.
I think he's a great guy.
I think he's crazy AF. He's crazy AF. He knows how to play. He definitely knew how to play. He was one of the best Lithuanian guys.
Like I said, Lithuania produces top-tier basketball players. Unfortunately, they just haven't been able to get it together in the last decade or so. Unfortunate.
With Fenerbahce, I think he can make a comeback. I don't think he can win a back-to-back, but he can get far with this team. I know it. Fener is never to be left.
Tadej Biberovic, a guy from these...
I expect Tadej to explode this season. He's going to explode. He didn't play for Turkey this season, unfortunately, but we all know the type of player he is. We all know what we can expect from Tyreek. We don't have to call it Tyreek. It is Tadej. Yeah, Tadej. So I expect a very good season from Tadej. I think he's going to be one of the main players in Fener.
That's right.
And obviously Wade Baldwin, he didn't have a great season last year, but this season could be different. And I think the new juniors are going to be coming off the bench.
I mean, the thing with Fener is a machine in producing talent and players, and that entire organization is just incredible. They're wild. They're really, really wild. They're a strong fan base in Turkey. They have a strong history. So, look forward to Fenerbahce making some serious moves. Will they finish top 4? Will they finish number 1?
So tell me what you think of Dubai. As we're going into the new season, we got Dubai coming in for the first time in the Euroleague, a new team in the Euroleague with a bunch of Balkan players. I think they got 8 players in total. Alex Abramovic, Filip Petrushev, Danilo Andjušić, Nemanja Dangubić, Džanan Musa, Kenan Kamenjaš, Kosta Kondić, and Klemen Prepelic. 8 players from the Balkans.
And whatever, Bertans is right there too.
And Bertans, we're going to see he's kind of Serbian.
Yeah, he's one of us at this point.
Yeah, he knows language. He knows language.
Come on, man.
Bro,
He's been here for what? 2-3 seasons?
Bro, he knows language. We've seen him talk Serbian.
Yeah, he knows it well. So
I'm telling you.
And then you have the head coaches from where?
Slovenia?
Oh, that's right. So what do you it's Dubai, Yugoslavia though.
That's it. They're ready. And those players are not bad players. They're amazing players. They all play for national teams. They are amazing. Are they going to be in the top 10? Let's see top 10 for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly, they might be maybe even in the top 4 if this core, what I'm looking at right now, if these are veterans, these guys can gel together and do what I think they can do.
For sure.
If
the chemistry works, they got it. You got Udo Abbas there. You got Mofiondo Kamengele.
Yep.
Kamengele coming here this season.
You have Dwayne
Bacon, Shanley. You have what's his name? Nate Mason.
You have Petrushev.
You have McKinley Wright.
That's right.
Bro, they have a stacked team. They have 12 players.
Sonley's gonna be wild. I love Sonley. And I think he's going to be a serious player on that.
Well, that's a stacked team. They are ready.
Hopefully,
everything works out for them. Hopefully, I'm going to be rooting for
them. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if they won it all.
We'll see.
I wouldn't blow my mind. It wouldn't be like, oh, wow, how'd they do it? Listen, look at this team.
No, the team is amazing. You know what the biggest trouble I think everybody's going to have with Dubai is? Traveling. You got to travel 5-hour flights. That's from Belgrade, Serbia. I'm talking Belgrade, Serbia. That's 2 more hours if you're traveling. It's a 7-hour flight if you're traveling for Germany.
Yeah.
Or 8 hours or 7.5, 8 hours if you're traveling for France. Those are not short flights.
You gotta adjust for jet lag. You gotta adjust for all that stuff. So
you got 10 double rounds this season. 38 games, 10 double rounds. So you're gonna have 10 weeks where you're gonna play in 2 days. 2 games in 2 days.
Yeah, but you gotta remember,
if one of them is going to Dubai, bro,
that's a desert.
You're in trouble.
Do you know what a desert climate is? Do you know how humid it is going to be over there? It's going to be. You've been to Dubai. Yeah, you can't just show up. Like you can, but like it takes a while to get acclimated to that.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I think that's going to be trouble.
That's going to be their advantage.
Exactly. They're used to it. You know what I mean?
Those guys, it's like Denver. Denver plays at a higher altitude. That's why guys hate playing in Denver, because they're up in the mountains.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't surprise me if Dubai won it all. But the only thing with Dubai I think they need to do is they need to find some sort of common ground, but then it's not Dubai. Somewhere closer, but then it's not Dubai, right? Belgrade. So
Why not
Belgrade?
Why not Belgrade?
Well, how many of us?
Hey,
I
you
want
want
to
to
buy
play
from
for
here. They might as well
Belgrade.
Belgrade, Dubai.
Dubai, Belgrade, yeah, they got enough players.
Yeah, they
They
might
got more players than
They might as well move Paris basketball team to this one. Yeah. So as we're saying with Paris, how do you feel about Paris basketball?
I don't know. Paris, they lost T.J. Shorts. They lost Jantunen to Fenerbahce. They lost some of their main players. Kivarius Hayes went. Jantunen went. T.J. Shorts went. Nadir Heafy is the main guy right now.
And Dalton Holmes as well.
For sure. But they are at a starting point. So whatever they made last season doesn't count because you don't have those players. You don't have that coach.
Should rebuild from everywhere, yeah.
It's a reset for Paris, and I'm not really sure they're going to make it like they did last season.
Were you
They made it to the playoffs.
Were you putting them in the top 10?
No. Unfortunately not. With this perspective and these players they got right now, unfortunately not. I would put them in the lower 10s.
Okay.
I'm not sure which position because, hey, everybody last season said, Paris, they just came from the Euro Cup, they're not ready. And come the first 18 games, they're top 4. And so you're looking at a team which nobody could figure out for the first 18 games. And all of a sudden, they're top 4. But I think they figured out this season. I think it's going to be completely different than when Thiago was there. It's going to be completely different than when TJ Shorts was a main playmaker. I think they're going to be in the lower 10s, unfortunately.
So you think it's the Jeremy Lin syndrome once they figured him out like Mozilla?
Exactly. I think that's Paris. And I think Paris was a wonderful surprise last year, but I don't think that can last for 2 seasons. It'd be a big surprise for me if they finish in top 10.
Again, they have a lot of T-Wolf staff there. I mean, a lot of T-Wolves affiliated people that went there. So I think, again, as we said earlier, they are an NBA side project. Paris kind of push the popularity in the city of basketball, which is,
But their style of play is so different. Like, it was so different from every other team in the EuroLeague last season. And for the first 18 games, when you play the first leg,
right,
you can surprise somebody. But for the second leg,
they figured you out. Or they figured
everybody's
they
like,
yeah.
We see these guys.
Yeah,
we can see what they do.
Yeah, he likes the corner shot. Yeah, he can't shoot like this. Yeah,
For sure. And that's when things changed.
Right.
So for the first part of the season, they were really good. They were top 4.
Right.
And then the second part of the season, I think they were the bottom 4. It's just they had stacked up wins for the first part of the season that they could make the playoffs or the play-in. So I don't think they're really going to be that good this season.
What about your boy Armani Brooks, man?
Armani Brooks was in Milano last year.
Yeah.
And I expected a lot more from him, to be honest, I did. And he wasn't that good of a player, that good of an addition for Milano. But then again, Milano last year had Nikola Mirotic as the number 1 option.
Right.
They had Siobhan Shields as the number 2 option. Probably Nicola Melli and the others, Leandro Bolaro and so on and so on, played as options number 3, 4, or whatever. Also, a great addition that they got from Partizan was Zach Ledee. Zach Ledee's still there. But Zach Ledee,
big man.
Zach Ledee is a dog. That guy's a dog. That guy's ready. That guy was ready last season. He played like a dog last season. And I was very happy to see him play that good, especially because he lost his father. This year, he changed his number
to honor his father.
Exactly. And I'm hands down to Zach Ledee. Like, how he plays, his style of play is atypical for anybody playing basketball. He shoots with one hand. He has those, like, hooks that, like, he keeps the ball in the air and then shoots out the last minute before he falls. Right. Unbelievable. But he scores. He scores threes. He's good under the
His spacing is fantastic. He knows where to position himself. He fit well into Jelko's system.
Unbelievable. Plus, with Josh Nebo down as a center.
And you have Devin Booker as well.
And Devin Booker coming from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
They have a team, a very respectable team. And Milano plays Red Star and Partizan. That's the first 2 rounds this week. So today we got Red Star, and in a couple of days we're going to have Partizan. So that's going to be very, very hard for both those teams to score and to beat Milano, especially the ones playing in Milano, which will be Partizan.
So who do you think in this Milano team? I think our boy Vlatko from Denver that just got picked up.
Vlatko, after having a season of basically, I want to say not doing anything in Denver. Chilling.
I really thought they could have used it.
Chilling.
I thought they could have used that guy.
Good. Milano's going to be good with Latko, with Zaklade, with Budoric, with Mannion, with Siobhan Shields, with the center duo of Nebo and Booker. I think Milano has the potential to be in the playoffs.
I think that
They were close.
They're a dark horse.
They were close last year. I think this year they can make it.
Guys, just provided everyone stays healthy. This is the EuroLeague.
No, for sure. If they don't, they'll just cash you another guy.
Yeah, I mean that's the plus of the EuroLeague, right?
Crazy part. They had to fix that. No, for sure they have to fix that.
Either they fix that or they change up the way that they do the roster. But listen, they are used to that system, and that's what teams are prepped for. But then that's not fair to teams like zvezda, Partizan.
Teams with bigger budgets, they're,
you know what I mean? Panathinaikos has a little bit of a bigger budget than zvezda and Partizan do. Olympiacos have bigger budgets. These guys have bigger budgets.
Bro, you see Panathinaikos. You
seen that team?
Matias Asor gets injured. This guy takes out his checkbook. Poop, $3 million.
That's it.
That's it. NBA, who's free? Let's go.
Yep.
Another one.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it works.
But that's wild, though.
You know why? Because he can.
Yeah.
That's why. No rules say you can't. That's why. So I don't think that's
so. So listen. So the fans that are watching this right now, you comment. Do you think that there should be a salary cap? Do you think there should be a trade deadline? Do you think there should be a transfer deadline, like they have in almost every other league in the world? I know, like this is the only league that doesn't have it. But yeah, I'd love to hear what the fans have to say.
No, for sure. Guys, leave in the comment section what you think, and if you think that a trade deadline, transfer deadline, salary cap should be provided to make things more equal, even though the salary cap could be, I don't know, like 30 mil, and then if you don't have 30 mil, it's just your problem. Imagine they do that. Imagine they okay, we'll put in a salary cap, 50 mil. And then you have clubs like Zvezda, Partizan, Olympiacos, Baskonia, Valencia, and so on and so on and so on. Basically everybody except 3 teams that can't even get 50 mil. Okay? And it's not fair to you. So you have to pull something that's let's say
the 20 mil salary cap.
20 mil I think is
20 mil salary cap.
20 mil is okay. That also gets you to get
that's not sign LeBron James.
And that's it.
LeBron James, and that's it. Have us suit up.
No, I swear. I think 20 mil would be okay, and then you out of all the other players, you get youngsters.
Yeah.
Could you do
That's what I think is good. Why you need a salary cap? Because you motivate the younger talent to come in. You motivate the youth clubs to pushing you guys forward. You change the whole game for agents and stuff like that. Because they're no longer looking at the finished product. They're looking at potential now a lot more than they are looking at finished product. So I mean, you have guys like 2007. All right, Mika Marinin is super talented. Morales, he was he's an outlier.
Yeah, of course. You got guys like Luigi Swigo.
Yeah.
Playing Mega right now. He's going to be playing for Mega. 220. Center. Full potential Italian. Playing for Milano last year. Mega, he wants to make it to the NBA. You got guys like Savo Dresnic. You got 20 guys that went into college right now.
Well, the NIL's playing really well.
Yeah. Because they can't make it in Europe because they can't get paid enough.
Right.
That's the problem. So you go to college, you get paid in college, and then you come back to Europe if you don't make it to the NBA. But that's 4 years after. That's when you're a finished player. When you already have experience, when you already have potential, nobody can mold you the way they want. You can't work with Jelko, because he can't mold you the way you're finished.
Yeah.
And if you fit into the system, you fit in. If you don't fit in, move on.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a problem. So, I don't know. Salary caps, but that's something to think about for next season. We're not even into this season yet. 38 games and 38 potential really good matchups and rounds.
So, we've touched on Zvezda. We've touched on Partizan. We've
touched on our Greek brothers.
Except for one. You didn't really touch on Olympiacos, man. You didn't really touch on Olympiacos. What do you think? What do you think these Olympiacos fans are going to be mad?
What do you got on Olympiacos? Let's go.
How do you feel about Frank?
Frank moving into Olympiacos, I think, was his only option. Why? I'll tell you. Because I don't think Frank would have a chance that he had in Partizan last season.
He didn't fit into that.
I think Željko's seen enough. I think the fans have seen enough. I think he's seen enough. I think he was like, okay, let me see what Evan Fournier is doing. Let me see if I could...
Orlando Magic, he was a great player. Unfortunately, it didn't work out later on.
Let me see if I could team up with Fournier. And let me see if the French connection could work in Olympiacos right now. Matias Lasor even posted like, "Yo, you picked the right country, just the wrong colors."
Ooh.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
But
But I don't know. I don't think he's going to get a chance. Starting five, not for sure. But off the bench, yeah, he's going to be coming off the bench. I don't know how much they're going to use him. He's good on defense. Offense, not so much. But we're talking about Olympiacos. They got offensive.
Well, they have offensive firepower. The way that their coaching is done, it's a very modern tactician coaching. He likes to figure out. He gives his players a lot more leeway than most coaches do.
For sure,
I think.
for sure.
Now the two Costas, Papa Nicolau and Antetokounmpo, the younger of the Antetokounmpo brothers.
I don't expect a lot from him. Like,
I think it's a get pressure with that last name, man.
I think Giannis took all of the Antetokounmpo power of like the and his
Got all the Dragon Balls.
yeah exactly
Yeah.
exactly. I don't think like Costa.
I think Costas
He's gonna come off the bench.
yeah, for
He's gonna come off the
Or
bench.
is they gonna run Milutinov or
Milutinov. I expect a
Fall.
lot. I expect a lot from Milutinov.
Fall.
Milutinov wasn't very good. Those are the words I'm going to use. Wasn't very good in the Eurobasket. I'm not going to use other words because
it's tough playing with Nikola Jokic, bro.
it's tough playing behind Nikola Jokic.
Exactly.
It's tough. Very tough. Plus, I know Milutinov. Milutinov is a great guy. He's a very, very hard worker.
Yeah.
Great work ethics. Very talented. I mean, he wouldn't be Olympiacos if it wasn't like that. I think Milutinov is going to have a good season.
Where do you see Fournier? What do you think he's going to be doing?
That guy can go off or he can drown. That's it. That's like he's got his ups and downs. He is the leader of the team for sure.
I expected a lot from him in the NBA. Again, he didn't really pan
Just
out to
average.
be.
Just average.
Average. It was
Just average.
would have been a great role player.
Right now,
And I know you're watching. I don't hate you. I mean, I say this because I respect your game. I like you. But yeah,
no, bro was number one. Bro was number one.
How do you still beat the one else? You know, yeah.
Keenan Evans, he was back, and then he got injured again. I think it's injury out for 20 days. We'll see. But he should be back. Keenan Evans should be back.
Your boy Shaquille McKissick.
That guy's off the bench. That guy's an X factor for Olympiacos. That's what he is. And Saban Lee. Saban Lee's crazy. Saban Lee was crazy in Olympiacos last season, the second part of the season. He was crazy. He was one of the main guys in Maccabi, and I expect a lot from him. They got a good backcourt. They got a good front. They got a good team. Olympiacos is never bad. I don't remember a bad Olympiacos team. Papa Nicolau, very experienced, knows how to play.
Hey, I like them on the Greek team.
That's it.
Hey,
that's it.
okay. Then our other neighbors, Efes. How do you feel? What do you feel? How do you? There's a lot of names here that you're quite familiar with.
No, for sure. Efes number one, Shane Larkin. Shane Larkin.
Shane.
That's my boy. I even have a card, an Efes card, Shane Larkin. I have to find that guy when he comes here to get that card signed. That's one of my favorite cards that I got. I actually got in the Eurobasket right now in Riga. It was amazing to get. He was like, the guys that selling to me, they were Greek, right? And they're like, Shane Larkin, he's Turkish. Like, you're Serbian. You're never going to. I was like, never. Boy, I'm going to get Shane Larkin to sign that card.
Shane, if you watch this, get him to
I'm going to get Shane Larkin to sign that card. PG Dozier was a surprise for me last year. He played good. Shane Larkin is going to be amazing. Jordan Wara left for Red Star, so there's no more war. But you got Darius Thompson. You got a backcourt that works. You got a backcourt that knows how to play. Poirier is unfortunately injured, and he's not going to be in the starting. I don't know how long. I think it's a month injury or something like that.
We'll see.
Efes is never easy to beat, especially Efes in Istanbul. That's
Those fans awesome race.
fans number. I don't want to say number one. Should I say number one? No. I gotta put.
Show, bro.
Yeah, I gotta put. Like, we're Serbian. We gotta put Belgrade fans number one.
Okay.
All right, Greece fans, Turkish fans, you guys can fight for number two. That's cool for me. But Serbian fans number one. But definitely the Eastern European fans, and I'm including Žalgiris there. Eastern Europeans, they got their shit
awesome,
together.
man.
They're awesome.
They're awesome.
That's the cheering that I like.
I like them. I don't have a.
I don't want to go to a basketball game making it look like a theater.
Where it says all blog.
No, make it look like a theater where nobody does nothing. Where you're eating a hot dog and LED vent.
Yeah. Pause. It just flashes.
No, I don't want that. You know when it's a real game? We're not sitting down.
Yeah.
Where everybody's sitting down, that's a boring game.
Yeah.
That's a boring game. I want you standing up. I want you cheering. I want you singing a song. That's what I like about the Euroleague and the Eastern.
That's what the Euroleague has that the NBA doesn't have. They're more substance to the game. When you look at NBA viewership, it has dropped off significantly since the
Greatest of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan retired.
and it's dropped off significantly year after year after year after year. And the NBA product now is more of a show that is a basketball game. And I think that's where a lot of fans are sort of switching to the Euroleagues, a lot of tuning into European players.
It's
more interesting. And to paraphrase Luka Doncic, it's a lot easier to score in the NBA. Why? Because they don't play
defense. Is not so aggressive, bro.
It's non-existent at this point.
Exactly. They're just letting you.
You're shooting what?
83 threes, 93s.
Exactly. Nobody does nothing. Exactly.
One more thing to add to Efes. Who's the head coach?
Kokoshkov. Kokoshkov, our man who was supposed to be one of the main guys in the NBA. I was hoping for him to be a really good coach in the NBA. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I really feel for Igor. Igor is such an amazing guy. He's got so much basketball knowledge.
Definitely.
And you're going to see that in FS this season. Like, Igor is going to be one of the guys.
The guy was instrumental in Slovenia winning that year.
2017 Kokoshov's breakthrough. Wow. He played against Serbia in the finals. He made Serbia look like a joke.
Yeah. With all due respect, when you were Serbian. I mean, but
that was a masterclass.
That was tactician, he's a smart guy.
Everything.
He loves the game, knows the game. He's worked in a few assistant coaching positions against that famous assistant coaching position in Phoenix, where he worked with, the great Shaquille O'Neal. And, he was there with Steve Nash. He was there with, and he's, I think he's definitely, it's unfortunate that the head coaching position didn't pan out like we all thought it would in the NBA. But you know what? Sometimes, we have a saying, who knows what that's good for.
For sure.
And
That's for sure.
Igor, I think Efes is a fantastic fit for him. They have Vincent Poirier. They have Papagiannis.
Papagiannis, can't forget on it. So, yeah, he's going to be a reserve center. Maybe even start right now because Poirier is injured.
So,
we'll see. Hopefully, so basically what we got is if you stay injury prone, you don't have a big chance. But
I think guys like PJ Dozier, Beauvoir, and all those guys can also step up in guard positions as well.
no, for sure.
For sure happens with that team. But I think the way Igor is going to utilize that whole system and the way that they're going to play, Efes is, again, fantastic team. Where do you put them?
Mid-10.
Mid-10.
It's
So who's your number one?
I don't know. Like, if we're looking at names, it's Panathinaikos number one for sure.
Absolutely.
Names. When you're looking at names, it's Panathinaikos. Number two, I don't know. Could be Olympiacos, could be Monaco. Partizan, zvezda. I don't know. There are so many good teams.
Provided.
It's easier for me to put like the lower tens.
Okay, so you're lower.
The teams that we didn't even talk about. Valencia coming in. Leon Asvel. Then you got Baskonia.
Baskonia, you're a fan. You like Baskonia. You have a soft.
No,
for
Baskonia was good. I
You
like
have a soft-
Baskonia when Duško was the head coach of Baskonia. Moneki was playing. Yeah, Vanja Marinkovic at Baskonia. That was a good team. But Baskonia right now, not so very good. I would put them in the lower tens. Lower tens will also be Valencia. Asvel. Sorry?
Madrid, what would you put down?
Mid. I don't know.
I don't
Madrid and Barca are something that they're always teams that you have to look out for. They're always teams where you lose games. Unfortunately, Partizan knows that very well. Zvezda knows that very well against Barcelona. You know, it's something where you have to be very, very cautious. Even if they don't have the best players, they still somehow manage to shift their way around and figure it out. You know what I mean? Virtus also, we didn't mention Virtus. Virtus got Carson Edwards. They got Smailagic from Žalgiris. Žalgiris also, I think.
Smiley.
Smiley. Yeah, I think Virtus could be an excitement to watch. I think Virtus could be a surprise, but we'll see. I don't know.
Who's the head coach of Virtus?
Duško Ivanovic, my boy. Yeah. So we'll see. I think we should wrap things up because I think we're already an hour into the show, which is amazing. An hour flies by so fast.
Yes, it does.
When you're talking basketball. And now it's words for.
So, what games are coming up? So we have Partizan, Dubai.
We got everything, bro. Partizan and Dubai are opening up the Euroleague at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern European time. Is that what it's called? No. Yeah, Eastern. Whatever. Our time. So Dubai and Partizan are opening up. Everything else is after that. First day you got 6-7 pairs. Second day you got 3 pairs, and then you got round 2 going in already on the next day on Thursday and Friday. So drop in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the EuroLeague this season. Let us know about who you think is going to be in the top 10, who you think is going to be in the bottom 10, and I can't wait to see you guys in the comment section and to meet a lot of you because this is the first time we're doing this in English. We're going international. All of Europe right now on Courtside Talks. That's where we want to see you, and that's where you want to be.
That's right.
There we go.
I'm the Doc signing off with my boy, the Canadian. We'll see you guys later. Catch you at the next show.
And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you until the next one, until next week, and until the next recap. Bye and take care.